Hi guys, it's Dave here from HLJ.com. Today we are taking a look at the third plastic model from the Masaki Apsy and Huke and Good Smile plastic model series collaboration, Chitocerium. And this one is the VI-carbonia, lonsdaleite. Not sure if I'm saying that right. She features a specially designed model that poses even more articulation than ever seen before. So they keep changing things up despite being part of the same series of Chitocerium. I've done 2 reviews before on our channel. The fragment, i.e. the girl, and the armament parts settle perfectly within the included hexagonal pedestal box for storage. She comes with plenty of hands too, so you've got your open hands, fists, the ones I've cut off to use for the drums, and then like a piece hand, I guess you could call it, and thumbs up. Also there is the gun that you can separate the knife off the end, and she can hold that too with these same hands here. She comes with a number of faces, 6 in total if you're including one of the unpainted ones, but she's looking just a normal face, side slanting, closed-eyed, the mask, the non-painted one, and finally the one with the eye patch. It's really cool that they've got that one that's non-painted if you want to do something yourself with it. She comes with parts that are all pre-painted and coloured, but extra details can be added with the included decals. I didn't actually put them on, but the good thing is they are dry transfer decals, which means you can still pose the figure straight away after applying them without fear of, them smudging or coming off. So this is an out-of-the-box, basic as it gets kit, and there's still a hell of a lot of detail. I haven't added or done anything to this kit apart from put it together. So before I get into articulation, let's look at the manual. There are 23 runners, including the ABS runners, both soft and hard, and depending on how stiff you want the joints, you can use either or. I used soft because it was default and it's still nice and solid. The kit, however, has so many parts and faces, and it really takes a long time to make, but at least there's a lot of opportunity for certain customizations. So the armor side skirts are swappable. You can have this cool black one or the type of rectangular blue ones. The flag takes a long time to build due to the number of links in it, but the detail is really amazing. I think that's all I have to say about the manual, apart from I believe the feet are wrongly labelled, and to match the instructions you have to swap them around. Was that just me, or did anyone else experience that? Okay, so let's get into articulation. I'll just first show you this arm. So it's got one joint here and one joint here, swivels on the base. This bit here is where it plugs into her back. So that's just very simple. It's quite stiff and can be a bit difficult to use, but it's nice to have a stand, especially when she can't really stand up by herself. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this backpack off. So starting with the flag, it's got all of these little links and they can all be bent. Everything here can be moved around to make it look like there's like a wind effect if you wanted to. And it's attached to a ball joint on this type of fist, and then it's attached to these like octopus arms on her back that all have links, which means it's very maneuverable. And then you've got a swivel joint at the bottom here, so you can really do whatever you want with this, and another joint here. So a lot of opportunity, and it's really needed for when you bring the drum out in front of her. For no reason at all, the drum can open to reveal absolutely nothing, but it is on its own ball joint, so that helps a lot. Her back armor can move up and down. The side skirts are very stiff, but they can move forward and back. Right, let's move on to her herself. So actually, if we take a look at this gun here, you can remove this knife at the end, and she can hold that too. Really neat feature on her head is that, so you've got these type of visors, armor on her head, and the back one looks a lot bigger. And well, if you want to, you can swap the two, and there she's now got like more armor on her front of her face. So that's a neat little trick. The side armor on her face guard, these can swivel up and down, and her head is on a ball joint, if you can see it in there. This is her neck is actually glued. It tells you to glue it, so that's not going to move. So the neck connection's here, and the bottom of the neck can move a bit, but this joint here is solid. It's glued. Just looking at her back, you've got this little attachment on her shoulder pad. Can go up and down, and it's got the removable drumsticks, and that can also be taken off. And her arms, very similar to, you know, these other type of kits. Ball joint here. You can have it with the soft or hard plastic. Maybe I'd actually go with hard in the future, but it still does the job. You've got good rotation here, and these little shoulder pads move up and down like so. Midriff has a lot of flexibility. That's quite impressive. And so does this little part by her waistline. Not so much, but I mean, it's added extras. Okay, so these ball joints here have good flexibility and can go up and down to give you more range of motion. The knee joints are double jointed, and moving down, you have limited range of motion on the foot. The back does swivel, so that moves the whole shoe. But I think this is the weakest part of the kit, the feet, to be honest. They're quite unflexible. Things to note, you may want to be careful with the chest piece or even glue it down. Sometimes when you're moving it around, it can pop off. And also with a lot of this kit, it is undergated. And the thing that does is that maybe in certain parts, you can see some gaps, maybe. I can actually squeeze them shut, so maybe I should glue them. But that's probably because I left a tiny bit of plastic on one of these runners, and that would make that happen, so just be careful of that. I couldn't actually see any extra plastic, so maybe it's not my fault, but yeah, just be careful. Make sure you get all of that undergating off, because there's a hell of a lot of it in this kit. Apart from that, I'm not going to do it now, but her face will pop off very easily, and you can take her fringe off and then put in any of the other faces, including this cool mask, so that would make her look really freaky. That's about it for articulation. All in all, the number of beautiful faces and the side skirt options, plus whether you want to have the drum with the mallets in her hand or have the gun, and you can also have the flag. You can do a lot with this kit. And there's even those movable sidearms, so you can position all this stuff wherever you want. It was just really impressive. And the fact that you can fold her into the box is just a cool little gimmick. It's neat there's the option, even though I probably won't display it that way. Maybe buy two. So yeah, this is in stock at HLJ, and links are below. I would say this would be a challenging kit, but also the instructions make it easy for people who want to take it slow. So see you again next time on another episode of Gunpla TV.